Hate to say it to ya, hate to break it to ya, but we ain't gon'.
All right, welcome to our newest episode of the LEZ Factor, where we discuss love, sex, and relationships from the Black lesbian perspective. My name is Erin Mitchell. You can find me at Incognegro on Instagram. And to my right, we have Kenya, a behavior specialist. We have Aisha, owner of the 9th Chapter Barbershop. You need a cut, go check her out. Business and entrepreneur, Stacy. And we have Savannah, entertainer extraordinaire, to my left. So let's just jump right into it. Why are bisexual studs looked at lower than bisexual femmes? Kenya?
Wait, I'm still stuck on bisexual stud.
Yes.
Never heard that. Time out, wait.
Bisexual studs exist.
I didn't even know that existed.
But would you feel differently about a bisexual stud than you would a bisexual femme?
No, but it's just like a new species that came up and I didn't know that. So I need to find out a little bit more about them. So there's bisexual studs and I know the bisexual femmes. So now there's bisexual studs on the download or are they out?
I guess they're out. I saw one, her name on Instagram is bisexual stud and I don't give a fuck.
Wow, I like that.
She probably
She owned it.
Okay, well she didn't know they existed. So Aisha?
They do exist. And what do I feel about them? I feel like if they own it, they're amazing because they're like really shattering a lot of social norms.
They really are.
However, the idea of it is just it is interesting, I guess.
It's mind-boggling.
Actually, I know a lot of studdish and feminine women who have actually topped men who strap on and fuck guys. So the dynamic of it would be interesting to watch on whatever level it is that they're doing.
So when they sleep with a guy, they wear boxers or they wear lingerie?
I don't sleep with them, so I do not know.
I would assume because the thing about it is, if you're with a dude, I'm assuming that you have a vagina. So
unless they're with a bisexual man,
first of all, every dyke butch I know got big ass titties, ass. So once the clothes come off, they're just your atypical woman usually. But I'll let y'all get into it.
Stacey?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I think it would be a little misleading if you are like hardcore. Like if you're a hardcore stud, acting like you're out there, like you're a dude, and then you turn around and, be with a dude sexually. I think it's a little weird.
But isn't it like two gay guys?
It's kind of like that, but then you question the guy who wants to fuck a stud.
Yeah, he's the
a
gay
straight
guy.
Right.
He's the gay one.
Right, I think so.
I don't know. Savannah?
This is my first time hearing about this too, but it's interesting. I don't knock anything. I mean, this is the gay community. Everyone's being judged for everything. So, I mean,
Yeah, but where do we draw the line?
Right.
There is no line drawn.
Because there is no.
Sex.
Okay,
As long as you
okay,
own
wait a
it,
minute.
it's fine.
Okay, time out. We can all say there is no line, and we can all say that we're all women and we all love each other or whatever. But it's like when you find these subcategories that are completely atypical, it kind of throws you off a little bit. I would have never thought of a bi.
Life is a subcategory.
All right, clearly my panel missed the question,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I'll answer it. The question was, do you see bisexual studs as a lower, why are bisexual studs seen lower than bisexual femmes?
Oh.
So for me, I find that I see it a lot where people are like, they see femmes and it's okay just because that's what they're used to. And then when they see a bisexual stud, they're just like, ooh, that's nasty. I think because for lesbians, a stud is supposed to be like the masculine person. So if you're the masculine person and you're letting a dude fuck you, it's a problem for them. Like, it's just a conceptual thing.
Right.
And I know as open-minded as I am, even I'm like what? Wait,
Close your guy for a
wait a
second.
minute. But I mean, I've known a couple of studs. And I mean, like, the hardcore studs that look like dudes, and you would think they were a dude if they're walking down the street. And then when they tell you they're fucking dudes, you're like, you have a boyfriend? When did that happen? Like, how is that possible? So I'm not going to say that even as open-minded as I'd like to think that I am, that it doesn't even, it's a little jarring for me as well. So I answered.
That's a good word.
Yeah, that is. I don't think they're lower. I don't think
I
that
think
there should be like a higher lower
Right.
thing. It's just more of a matter of
What
is
people are
there
used to?
more
Yes.
what people are used to, and also is there an identity crisis?
I think it's
there?
intriguing. I think
like,
it's great.
are there
Okay.
going?
I think it's
I don't
interesting.
know. It is
Personally.
interesting. I never knew about it. This is new.
All right, moving on to the next question. In your past relationships, were you the aggressor initiator, or were you the one who was approached? Kenya?
Oh, I gotta go with me though. I'm usually the aggressor.
Yeah, I heard about you.
Wait, what, is there a website or something out there? Like, you heard about
No, your girlfriend. Your fiance was like,
Oh.
she was like, she walked into me at the bar.
Yeah, I'm usually the aggressor. I gotta say. Yeah.
That's what's up. Aisha?
Yeah, usually. I mean, aggressor. Like, I mean.
Are you initiator when it comes to approaching somebody?
Oh yeah, totally initiator. I don't mind.
Stacey?
Like hitting on somebody?
I guess so. Approaching somebody.
Hey, because it could be like, in the bedroom or whatever.
right.
So.
No, in general.
I said, I said, are you the one approached or the aggressor? Is in, are you the one approached or the approacher?
No, I don't really approach people. No.
So you're usually approached.
Yeah.
Okay. Savannah?
I'm the approacher for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Because if there's something that you want, just go for it. Life's too short.
For
Shit,
real.
stop fucking around.
Life's too long. Shit. Everybody says it's too short. It's short in retrospect. It's long in real time. So.
Hey, I know for me, I'm generally the person who approaches people. Although the first girlfriend I had approached me, and I was just too young to be like no, so I ended up with a girlfriend I didn't really want. And I didn't know what to do, but that's never happened again. When people approach me, I tend to be less interested than when I approach them. Because when I approach them, it's somebody that I'm interested in. If you approach me, I'm like, I was
What
interested
about
in.
somebody you've been staring at and then they come to you though?
Because they caught your eye.
Yeah.
I like to be the aggressor, so that's still a problem for me.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Oh.
So speaking of aggressive, so what is the longest you've ever been single, Savannah?
Ever been single?
It's the longest you've ever been single.
And this is without like the hookups in between, if you want.
Hookups don't count.
Okay.
How do you think about that?
I
Yeah.
would say like 8 months
8
to
months?
a year. Yeah. For me, like I said, they have to be a special person to want to be with them. So.
Okay. Stacey?
I don't really keep track, but I'd probably say maybe several months.
So what is several? Is that 3 or 9?
Anywhere from 3 to 12.
2 years.
2 years?
I say 1 year,
1 year?
technically.
I don't know, 4 years. I usually, the first
a
girlfriend I
long
had
time.
was the one that approached me. I had her for a minute, and there was like maybe a 2-month break. And then the next one I had, I was with her, and then I was single for 4 years. And the next
No
one,
hookup?
and then we said not including hookups. We did not.
She was like, no.
Yeah, let's not include
We're not
those.
including hookups. Those are a little bit different.
That's right.
That's a whole other question. That's not right here.
Jesus.
Yeah. So speaking of lesbians and relationships, let's just keep rolling. Lesbians are known for breakup to makeup. Have you ever broken up with a woman, and that was just it? You only broke up with her once.
Yes.
Savannah. Sorry. Savannah.
Damn. No. Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yes. Not good, but yes.
Stacey.
No. I would say maybe once, but for the most part, no.
Back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of go against the lesbian stereotype if you didn't get back together like that.
And that's a bad thing to
And
go
I was.
against the lesbian stereotype.
It's not bad, but it's like
And then I go against the stereotype, I swear.
Aisha.
Yeah, just once, and it was like, and she slapped me actually.
Oh, well, that's to make it finite.
It was kind of
I
hard
feel
though,
like
but like when
wonder
she
why.
slapped me, just before like my reasoning, because you just not about your shit, and
Right.
I'm about mine, and I need a woman who is about her shit. And when she slapped me, I was almost like, oh, this is
You would
hot.
like that shit.
I was
maybe I
like,
want you back.
I might want this.
That's what
But yeah, just once. We're good friends now.
No, I don't do that. So I did it once, and that was it, and I learned my lesson, and then I never go back.
Okay.
I'm a Sag, so I'll turn that switch off if I have to. What about you?
There was only the first girlfriend, that one I didn't really want to be with. And I don't even know who broke up with who, to be honest. I just know we were not together because I moved on to the next one. So there might not have been an official breakup, but usually it's about 2 years of breaking up to come back and go back.
2 years?
Ooh,
It happens.
Christ, girl.
Oh no.
It happened.
It's because it was your first.
That's hardcore.
No, the first one was done and gone.
Oh no.
Oh, but I guess the
So
first one that
never
I
again.
liked, then yeah.
You need
It was the first
Jesus,
one.
honey.
Moving on. So is insecurity in a partner a turnoff or deal breaker, Kenya?
Insecurity in a partner. Yes. Like I can deal with like little insecurities, but not like major,
Yes.
like borderline psycho switch insecurities. I can't deal with that. But luckily enough, I tend to pick people who don't have a lot of insecurities. I think that's what I'm attracted to, confidence. So it would be obviously an turn off for me.
All right. I don't know. They seem a little puzzled back
I know,
there.
right?
Aisha?
Yeah, insecurity is a turnoff. I never really dealt with anybody insecure on the level of like that always is like of aesthetic, but like I've dealt with somebody who was insecure about like I hang out with a lot of nerds and like the conversations that we've had, you know,
That way.
nerd conversations. I know I'm so focused on
I know.
there is a camera right here. Yeah, so yeah, just be secure about your shit and yeah, insecurity is a turnoff for sure.
Stacey?
I think at the beginning it might be okay, but after a while it can become very overbearing.
No, but isn't it in the beginning a red flag if you start seeing insecurity so soon?
No, not really, because I think everyone really comes with their own insecurities,
Yes.
you know? We all have our own, you know, regardless of what they are. Some people can deal with certain ones, some people can't. And I feel like, you know, as your partner, I'm not there to make you feel like secure, but I'm there to help with those insecurities. So
Hence
I
my
think
question, wouldn't
work
that be
together.
a red flag in the
Not
beginning?
necessarily. I mean, because people can overcome those things.
camera.
You know, they can totally
I
overcome
guess.
those.
Is security a
Partner turn off for deal breakers for you?
No, not really, because everyone always has their own insecurities. So I would never judge you for coming into a relationship with one if I have my own. But it's just a problem when they start affecting the relationship. Like when you're worried about cheating, so then you end up cheating, you know, or anything like that.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I've been insecure sometimes. Like, I dated a girl who was engaged to be married to a guy, but I didn't find out till 6 months later. So I'm gonna be a little insecure and not trust you, because it's kind of like if you do it to them, you do it to me, and they gave
That's
you.
a liar.
Well,
That's
why are you
not
always
insecurity.
saying
That's a
boring
liar.
shit? That's some boring shit. I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Don't fuck up the word insecurity with lie, man.
time
That's a
out.
liar.
Exactly. Rewind.
it
You
was-
were dating a girl that was engaged to be married to a guy. And
I
you
did-
wonder why you were insecure.
I was, but it was like, I wonder, you know, because, you know, you think if they would do it to them, they would do it to you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and he gave her like a $10,000 ring that I would never get her. So, you know.
Yeah, she would absolutely do that to you.
Right. So, you
So
know.
I don't think you were by nature insecure. I think the situation made you.
Right,
So it's
okay.
not organic, so it doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And
Touche.
then as far as other things, it's like, when somebody like, there are people who are always like searching for compliments, and I feel like because they
Yeah.
feel like they don't feel good, so then you feel bad for them. It kind of makes me uncomfortable. So then it's a deal breaker. Like, I have no problem
Complimenting.
Hey, sometimes people that need compliments, I mean,
I have no problem
It's cute sometimes.
Yeah. I have no problem complimenting people, but if it's like a 24/7 necessity of yours because you have some kind of
Right,
insecurity,
yeah.
then yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
So speaking of lesbians and men earlier, if a lesbian slips and sleeps with a man, can she still call herself a lesbian, Savannah?
Oh, me first. Okay.
She switched it up.
I wouldn't. No, I would think. Yeah, that's a good question. I never thought about that. No, because lesbian means you fuck with women. So if you have a slip up, to me, a slip up that's not a slip up. That means that you actually have some attraction in there somewhere to get the juices flowing for you to even do it.
Stacy?
Not true.
Stacy?
Look at you, Kenya.
I think she's ready. Go ahead with Kenya.
I don't think that's true.
Guess who's the host? I am.
They
Stacy.
clockwise. They clockwise.
The format here.
I'm really not hung up on labels, to be honest. So, I think she still could, but I mean, why do you need to go around calling yourself, you know, a lesbian or, you know, a bisexual woman?
Yeah.
Or, things happen. I mean, we see a lot of, you know, studs out there who, you know, who have had kids before. So
Right.
can she not be a lesbian now because she wasn't before and she has a child to show that? I mean,
But isn't that with purpose though?
I don't think so. Not
Like, you have a
always.
child, that's with purpose versus just getting
Because
some
then that's
dick.
saying
always.
that women who have had sex with men and then live a completely lesbian lifestyle somehow, then maybe they're not legitimate lesbians who've had sex with men. I've never had sex with a man. I don't consider myself more of a lesbian than anybody else. I mean, but now if there are a lot of straight lesbians and there are a lot of gay straight women. There are a lot of women
Yeah, there's a
sometimes
difference.
that like to fuck guys from time to time that socially do not want to be with men. You know what I mean? You know, they don't see themselves with men, and there's a lot of women out there that'll go to the South Beach with their homegirls, keep it as crass as possible, suck up some titties and some shit, and go home to their dude. So,
Okay,
but does that
okay.
mean that they're lesbians? No.
Okay,
It means that
okay,
they some,
okay.
you know, whatever. Now, I wouldn't want a woman doing that, going and
Right.
dipping out and getting dick from time to time. But would I say a staunch lesbian who, you know, I mean, the natural origin, what vagina wants is penetration, and if she wanted from a guy pumping on top of her, who am I to judge?
Okay. So, I'm gonna say it doesn't mean she's any less of a lesbian because I was gay before I even slept with a guy. So the reason why I slept with a guy was to be like, let's see what the big deal is.
Right.
So I did it just to see if there was anything, and it just made me gayer than ever. So, and I did it more than once. So it doesn't make me less of a lesbian.
Like, I
Maybe the
truly
first
tried
one,
it. I
maybe the
truly
first
tried
Been
it.
lesbian since I was
you.
14 years old, and I've been out with the flag hanging out of my butt since I was 14 years old. And I have slept with a man. It doesn't make me any less of a
You were
lesbian.
14?
All right.
So
I
another
did my
question.
first
That's
one when I
another
was
question.
5, honey.
Now.
All right, for me, I don't know. Like, my thing is, if the question was like slip up and sleep with a man, so it's like somebody's like, oh, they've been gay, then they slip and sleep with a guy. So I was in Dallas, and I met this girl
Why?
Don't start the story like
That
that.
was funny.
who she inspired the question. I had just got to a restaurant. She was our server. I was with a friend, and she sits down in our booth. Yes, the server sat down in the booth, and she was like, oh, so did your friend tell you that I'm pregnant? And I'm looking at her like, I don't even know you. Like, I don't know your name. I don't know where you came from. I just wanted to drink. And then she's like, but I'm still Los Lesbianos. And I was like,
Los
and
lesbianos.
I'm just sitting there like, what?
Courtney is that way type of.
And I'm just like,
Embarrassing.
and I don't want to be rude to somebody I just met, but I'm sitting here like, can you really call yourself, like, you can't just tell me you accidentally got drunk, slept on some dick, and then you're pregnant, and then lesbian is the next sentence. Like, to me, those don't go together. So I think if you can slip and sleep with a man, I'm not saying that you have to categorize yourself, but don't talk to me about you being a lesbian, but you accidentally slipped on some dick because you were pregnant. I mean, because you were drunk. I've been drunk many a times, and the last thing I ever slipped on was some dick. So I'm just saying, I don't think you can. I don't think you can slip on some dick and then be like, but I'm a
But you're
lesbian.
talking about women who probably have had sex with men.
That's not what it said.
Before. No, I'm just saying, women who slip and fall on
they've done it
dicks
before.
have done it before.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing slip for me.
Right.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
slip, fall down the stairs into the ocean and shit. Hey, what the fuck? Stick in my mouth. Who knew?
No dick in your mouth. No
I
dick in
want to
your
meet
mouth.
some of the people you're meeting. I've never heard of half of
This is not my friend. I said I had just got to this restaurant.
Los lesbianas.
I just wanted a margarita. Anyway,
I'm gonna start using that.
speaking of lesbians, would you want to be a woman's first lesbian relationship, Kenya?
No.
No. Why?
No. I think that was my G back in the day. Like back in the day. Like I would always say, no, you want to do it with somebody you feel comfortable with, and that would make them want to do it with me more. And then I do it, and then they get stuck, and then I gotta like kind of do the whole once a month we're not together, go away, leave me alone type of thing. So no, I wouldn't want to do that.
Aisha?
It's too much work.
I early in my lesbian career,
That shit is a job.
once, and she was so turned out. She ended up fucking my cousin, a woman, some guy, and a few other girls. I guess she got her cherry popped open and was ready.
Oh my God.
And that was just like a very whack experience. So no, I don't want to be anybody's experiment. Never again.
After that, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that
either.
shit was crazy.
Stacey?
What was the question again?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you want to be a woman's first lesbian relationship?
Maybe not.
After that one, right?
Well, I'm just thinking about all that kind of goes along with it. I think it's like in general, hetero, homo, whatever, your first love, and people tend to, fall in love after their first
You want to
sexual
be with a woman
experience.
who loves women. It's something about that, like a beautiful woman who really loves women.
Everybody look at the camera.
We're not looking at the camera.
So, just
I'm
start the
kind of on the
question.
fence. I'm on the fence about that one. Yeah.
So maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
Savannah?
No, because I've been through that before, and this is my only thing. That's fine, everything, because you want to nurture them and walk them through it, but like, they get super attached. That's the thing, and then it's because that's their first time, and that shit can go deep. So it's like,
And that's
you
what she
get,
said.
they get
I
way
can't
too
believe it.
attached, and it becomes on some like psycho stuff, and you just can't. I can't handle it.
Yeah, I would want to be with a woman who loves women. Like, I want you to know that you love women. I don't want you to suspect it, think maybe, maybe
Exactly.
not. I want you to be like, I want a woman. I want to be with a woman. So, no, I wouldn't want to be anybody's first. Unless there's something just hella... nope, so that's a lie. Okay. It depends on the woman.
Angelina
And,
Jolie.
unless they're fine as fuck, then yeah. No,
I
I'm
think
just
she's been
joking.
there already.
Nia Long, Angelina Jolie.
I think everybody's been there once undercover.
I don't know about
Sure.
Nia.
Anyway, last
And-
question. What's... Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Last question. What's one thing someone would never know just by looking at you? Kenya?
What would they not know by looking at me? I guess that I am a butch at heart.
I
I've
can
been
see
told
that.
that
I can
a
see
lot
that.
of times. So I'm very aggressive. I'm very strong physically. Like I'm normally strong physically. I used to box. So I guess
shit,
people
okay.
would have never known that I'm very strong and aggressive physically.
Aisha?
and sometimes commercial, like really weird shit. You just be like, that is so.
That time.
Like, yeah, man, I can really tear up real easy. Like, I cried off Lion King, but not off when Mufasa died. When Simba and Nala got reunited at the water, and can you feel the love? And then they were looking at each other.
I
can't. Why am I crying?
Wow.
I know. There you go.
Stacey?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty.
You were not an open book.
Yeah,
It's something.
I am.
It's something.
Well, people always tell me that I come off as being mysterious, but I don't really know why. Maybe because I'm just a private person. I mean, I'm open, but I'm private.
A private person on a web series. Gotta love that. Okay. Savannah?
was gonna say the same thing. I'm really private too, so people always tell me like, you have a wall up. But I think that what you wouldn't know would be maybe like really deep and spiritual. Because I'm usually like a party person, so I go out a lot. So when you meet me out, you're like, oh, this girl, she's wild. But when you meet me one-on-one and we talk and have a conversation, you're like, oh, okay, completely different. I'll take that.
Interesting. I don't know. You deep.
I'm
Waiting to meet her. Who's that?
No, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, and she deep.
It's funny. Somebody just asked me the other day, like, Aaron, what do you do for work? And I'm like, I'm an accountant. They're like, what? You are?
I can see that.
Damn.
Evidently,
I can see that.
Evidently, I don't. I see people always think that I'm a creative type.
Yes.
I mean, because I do stand up. I have written a couple of scripts, and I do this web series. So I have a creative side, but I'm actually an accountant by trade. So numbers cruncher. Anyway, thank you for joining us on our
great
on
segue.
Anyways, always that's a female's whatever and anyway, or female segues to anything. So thank you for joining us for our latest episode of
Goddamn.
Thank you for joining us on our latest episode of the LEZ Factor. We hope you join us again. We would like to add you into our show. So if you have any questions you want to ask the panel, you can hit us up at the LEZ Factor on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. Again, thank you for joining us. It's been great.
Hate to say it to ya, hate to break it to ya, but we ain't gon' make it cause this just ain't no true love. Yeah, we started out as friends, parked out in my Benz, and on my windows tint, so we start to get it in. Fast forward, now we arguing again and again and again over